Hey, what up everyone? I'm Eagle, and this is Gems of War. And today, still clicky-clacking around. Just started it up for you. Getting rid of the ghost train. All that stuff. But yeah, today we're going to be going over raid event teams. High, mid, and low. The calendar has come out for October and November, so we get to go over 2 months worth of calendar stuff. Divinion Fields, where is it? Divinion Fields is right here, so I'll run a trial and you guys can watch that while I set up the stream and go over the calendar. Alright, so yeah, basically raid event teams high, mid, and low, calendar 2 months worth, and then weekly preview for Divinion Fields. Divinion Fields, Underspire, Epic Trials, Venki Drop Table, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop. You know. You know. Have you been watching for more than a week? Then you know. Copy that. We had the chat-a-thon. It was very awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Was very exciting and successful and wonderful. And I had a good day, and I'm happy. So thank you, thank you. Alright, it wants to freeze on me, so I'll jump into the chat. Hit the like, turn in your ticket to the train. Don't be a hobo. Don't jump the turnstile. They're gonna get the security's gonna tackle you and spray you with mace and hit you with the taser. You better freaking hit the like. That's how you. That's your ticket. You can't get on if you don't push the thumb. Yeah. Tyrion's here, Daniel's here. How's it going? Alright, well, let me do this stuff now. Gems of War live stream done. No, I'm not AI. If anybody's ever done a live stream and the back end, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But since most of y'all probably haven't, you're like, what is he talking about here? And if anybody else has ever done this, they're like, oh yeah, Gems of War is the title of the game. Okay, I think that's everything I need for that. Unless I want to be extra about it. I think I'm going to be not extra. Oops. No. Yes. Yes. That. Okay. I think I'm ready. Alright. I think we're good on the back end. Details. I mean, I could copy paste and blah blah blah. I don't care though. Alright, let's do the calendar. Calendar early. October and November event calendar. Given the amount of studio closed dates upcoming in October, we are releasing the October and November event blog together. Reminder, while events are scheduled in advance, sometimes due to unforeseen circumstances, the events may be swapped or changed prior to them going live. So please be aware that when the schedule is shared, it is also subject to change. Alright, October. This week, we have a raid event, a Divinion Fields week, Wild Court on Tuesday, a little fire sunbird, little tiny mini red, orange little birdie pet on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Oracle class event. Friday, we have a new mythic. It sounds like Midwinter Lycan, but not as good. And then we have a bounty event this weekend. I'm going to go over it quickly since there's so much. Alright, the week after that, the week of the 6th of October, we have a Wild Plains week. So if you're looking for any certain kingdom for weapons or mythics or anything like that, this will tell you, if you've been looking forward to maybe a ruby weapon thing or a Dustbringer weapon or a Venki drop table type of mythic deal, then the kingdom will be important to you. It's a Wild Plains week next week. Journey event is the guild event. The Labyrinth is the faction event on Tuesday. The Little Llama Pet is on Wednesday. Thursday, the class for Wild Plains, is that Shaman? And then that weekend is Guild Wars. What's the restriction? I think it'll tell us, right? Guild Wars restriction. I know that I think it's been Somebody's already said it before. I already forget, though. Maybe somebody can put it in the chat. What's the restriction before I find it on here? So that is next week. The week after that, the week of the 13th of October. Looks like we won. Week of the 13th of October, we have a Black Hawk week. We have a world event for our guild event. The Black Heart faction event on Tuesday. We have Bonnie Rose's Parrot on Wednesday as the pet. Thursday, we have Corsair class event. And that weekend, we have an expanded faction. What's it going to be? I'll let you know in a minute. The week of the 20th of October is a Silverglade week. We have Invasion as the guild event. Silver Necropolis on Tuesday. The little Caterfly pet. Archmagus is the class event on Thursday, and then a Vault event that weekend. So the weekend of the 24th of October is the next Vault event. The week after that, the last week of October, the 27th of October, we have an Urskaya week, Tower of Doom that week for guild event. Tuesday's Werewoods. Wednesday we have a new pet. It's like a Frankenstein or Bride of Frankenstein poodle. Thursday is Sentinel class, right? Then another new mythic. Another... Why? That shouldn't be right. They got the mythic thing there, but it's the 31st of October, so it should not be a new mythic. Why is that there? Right? You only get a mythic if, they got the mythic thing on, but it also has, like, extra... Okay, that's probably like a Halloween thing. Okay, never mind. So there's like a special Friday Halloween thing there, and then a bounty event that weekend. So we'll check that out right now. It's going to tell us. So PvP Season of Honor is August 11th through October 27th. So the current PvP season ends on October 27th. The PvP season called Grace starts on October 27th and goes through January 11th. The campaign started on September 15th. It's going through November 24th. New mythic on the 3rd of October from Darkstone. It hits all enemies. It does like disease and poison on 4 or 5 gem match. It puts up 2 different colors, one of which it uses. So it's very similar to Midwinter Lycan, but Midwinter Lycan seems to be better in my opinion, and I consider Midwinter Lycan like a B- or something like that. So it's not going to be, it's going to be a very mid mythic that we're getting this Friday. So don't helicopter out of bed, you know, if you're not getting every new mythic easily. It's not one you're going to want to, like, hurry up and get for any reason. Guild Wars is a Gulvania attack restriction. Somebody might have said it in the chat, or maybe they didn't. Gulvania. Set defenses and buy boosts by the 6th. Faction expansion is All-Seeing Eye, so it's going back around and doing All-Seeing Eye. Introduce a 6th troop, I think an Epic. That's on the 17th through the 19th. That's the faction expansion. The holiday event, Frightful Spooks, starts on October 20th and goes through the 2nd of November. To earn the 31st copy of the holiday pet, you will need to complete the special weekly goal in either week. It says Halloween Advent from the 25th to the 31st of October. And a Halloween Cosmetic Pet Rescue Frankendoodle on the 29th. So it has like the symbol for a mythic on the 31st, but I don't know... I mean, it does have a holiday event during that time. So holiday event usually means pet legendary and armor, but I don't know. Guess we'll see. Alright, we win again? Let's go. Alright, now let's do November very quickly, because November is a whole month away. The first week is the end of October, which we already went over. The 3rd of November, we have a Pan's Veil week, a raid event. The Warrens on Tuesday. I don't remember what that pet is. It's like a plant. We got Bard class event on Thursday, and that's the new mythic right there that week. And then Guild Wars. The second week of November, we have a Dragon's Claw week. a journey event, Worm Run on Tuesday, a new pet on Wednesday, it looks like. It's very hard to tell what that is, but some kind of mimic-styled, maybe Thanksgiving type of pet, maybe? Can't really tell what that is. It's too small. It's like a mimic-styled something or other. Thursday we have Dragon Guard class event and an expanded faction that weekend. The weekend of the 17th, or the week of the 17th of November, we have a Groshnock week, a world event, guild event. Tuesday's Dripping Caverns. Wednesday is the mini Wyvern pet. Thursday is Barbarian class event, I think. And then a Vault event. So on the 21st of November, another Vault event weekend. The last week of November, the furthest out we can see, is a Volpakia week, an Invasion Guild event, Court of Foxes on Tuesday, the little, like, Foxite pet on Wednesday, Spirit Walker Talker Caller on Thursday, and it has the new Mythic thing again. I think they just put that there on the last week to tell you that it's coming the next week, maybe? I don't know. Then a Bounty event that weekend. It says, Guild Wars is a Silverglade attack restriction. So we're going to have Golvania this very next Guild Wars, and then the Guild Wars after that is going to be Silverglade on the 6th of November. The new Mythic is going to be for Drifting Sands in November. Legends Reborn starts on the 10th of November and goes through the 16th. It's for Divinion Fields. Gems of War 11th Anniversary Login Reward Week on the 10th of November through the 16th. Faction Expansion Hall of Guardians. So the second faction that we're going through for the second time or whatever is going to be Hall of Guardians. First one, All Seeing Eye. Second, Hall of Guardians. Studio closed dates. The 2nd of October they're closed. The 7th and 8th of October they're closed. The 14th and 15th of October they're closed. So this studio, look how many days? That's crazy to me. 5 days where they closed down their entire studio in October. During these periods, as normal, should any critical bugs appear, we will have devs standing by to jump on and get them resolved as soon as we can. This involves widespread game blocking issues such as players being unable to launch the game, servers going down, etc. Should you require any further assistance, don't forget to check our help center for general troubleshooting tips in the meantime, and we will get back to you as soon as we are back in the studio. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, if you have trouble with something on the 2nd of October, they're going to be back on the 3rd of October. It's not like they're going to be gone that long, so. I'm irritated both ways. They're off too much, and if you're complaining about something, they're not off that long. You can wait. Alright, I want to do one more thing here. Ready? This week we have Divinion Fields, then Wild Plains, then Blackhawk, then Silverglade, then Urskaya, then Pan's Vale, then Dragon's Claw, then Groshnock, then Volpakia. So there's the kingdom, what kingdoms we're having in order. Okay, so that was that. Thank you, Sauna, keeping it going. Appreciate it so much. We need it. We need it. Thank you. Gotta keep it going today. I'm not saying no chat-a-thon, nothing crazy, but it would be nice if we could just have a nice, solid Monday and Tuesday. Just, you know, then we can slow down a little bit once it hits October. We're locking in what it's gonna be right now. Monday, Tuesday. That's what counts the most. We could take a break on Friday and Saturday if you want, but right now is when it matters. Monday, Tuesday, then the month's over, then it cuts it off, and that's what we get. So, now's the time to throw everything you got at it. You know, empty your mana pool. Yeah? Gotta take them out as soon as possible. We gotta just empty the tank. Empty the tank right now. Empty the tank. Monday, Tuesday. Give it everything you got. Because on Tuesday, after the stream, cut. It's over. And then, hey, we could take a little break for a little bit after that if you want. But, gotta crush it right now. Empty the tank. Went to PJ. Saw I'm running out there. Even if it's $1, $2, whatever, man. You're helping out. Empty the tank. Come on. Not your tank, but you know what I mean. Give it, like, hit it with your best shot. Get the old haymaker. You got one good one left in you. You're 40, 50 years old, but you still got one good one left in you, and people better watch out. That type of stuff. Alright. What kind of offers? Man, I want both of these. I've been spending way more than I'm supposed to be spending, because I keep seeing stuff that I want. Alright, let's give to our guild. Guild. Tasks. Basic tasks first. Red is almost done, so I'll do that. 750,000. Need to do 250 more thousand. Go to the next one that's closest. Basic tasks, not jumping to epic tasks, because basics are way easier to get done. Guess it doesn't matter between these two. So let's give another 250,000. That's my requirement. Might as well complete that one, right? Oops. Hold on. Complete 2 of them here. Complete. Alright, anyway, that. Alright, that's my million. Let's do this, I guess. Let's go to... Now we can collect our mail. And this is what you would get if you're in a good guild. Something similar to this. So if you're not getting something similar to this, you might want to get into a better guild. But this isn't everything either. This is just a good example of what it should look like if you're in a good guild when you hit this button on Monday. I like showing this because it's the main reason that I'm in a good guild is this kind of stuff right here. Can y'all hear that fan? It's like making a weird noise. If not, then I won't worry about it, but it's kind of like ticka 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 ticka. You can hear it, let me know, and I'll turn it off. Or I don't know. I need to like take it apart and figure out what's wrong with it. Just started doing that the other day. Guess when I don't talk, you might be able to hear it. We got Tyrion, we got Daniel, we got Funky Town, we got Sauna. Thanks again, Sauna. We got Yoke the Ham. Get to the chopper. Alright, next up, we go to the shop. Can you hear the chopper? Yeah. It's the chopper, dude. We gotta get to it. Hey, it goes with the theme of the stream. I'm gonna let it keep going. Gotta get to the chopper. The chopper is hovering overhead, and we're running towards the landing. Alright, let's get this troop just in case it's good for the event. We'll talk about it later. And we're doing the event first. I feel like y'all could probably hear it. I'm gonna go do something. Hold on. Oh well, I turned it off. Hopefully it don't get too hot. Alright, anyway, let's do this raid event. So raid event, it's the one where you have the boss. So the enemy team's going to have 3 troops and then the boss. Looks like Maelstrom Dagonath. The shop is going to give you a troop, the event captain, Eridana, who has 2 times magic and 2 times score. Earns 2 times score and has 2 times magic. In this event only, but that's why you use her. She looks horny. And so you're going to want to have that troop on your team. So the way to get her is to buy up in the shop. So let's do that. We will buy up to the weapon. It's a new weapon that we don't have. And we want to do our share for the guild anyway. We want to get more turns. We want to get more potions. It's a good time to buy the weapon. Yada, yada, yada. Been watching for more than a couple of weeks, and you've heard that before as well. It deals damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by Divinion Field's allies. They're doing these nothing burger weapons until they probably put one out for every kingdom or something. But we're going to get it because it's a really good time to get it. Arcane Comet. The troop, 12 green, purple, Divinion Field, Centaur Mystic, deal damage to an enemy boosted by yellow and purple gems. They are boss, deal 3 times 5 times damage based on my ascension. So you'll get your score no matter what, but if you want to do more damage, you want to fully ascend it, fully trade it. It does have a 10% chance to create a ×2 wildcard when matching 4 or more gems. So it has like a couple of little things that make it better than just like something that's going to kill the boss, but still not great. Probably only going to use it in this event, or as like a, yeah, probably only going to use it in this event. It's not like the tower killers where you can use other tower killers in your team. You always have to use the specific event captain for the raid event. You can't switch out for another boss killer because then you won't get the score, the extra score, earn more points part. And there's only one boss troop, so you don't need multiples. It's the difference. Like, they're both really similar. Invasion and raids are very similar. Just like in raid, you only have one of the special boss troop instead of 4 towers. So you only need one of the event captain to kill that one boss troop. Alright, let's make a team, high, mid, and low. The restriction is Divinion Fields. So that's not great. I don't like Divinion Fields too much. Weapons are gonna be Divinion Fields also. You have anything cool? Got the Kang Orbit. Alright, we have to use the boss killer. Let's throw her over there. Was there a name? Let's do upgradable. We'll start there. Start with the troop we have to use. This one. Upgrade it. You don't know what you're going to do, start with the thing you know that you have to do. It's kind of like when you're doing a test at school and you look at the answers and it's like A, B, C, and D, and you read all 4 of them and you say 2 of these are ridiculous. Alright? So you know that it's not B and D because it's like really stupid answers. So now you just got to decide between A and C. So we know we have to use this troop, put it on the team, and go from there. It's kind of similar to that. And we're going to orbit up, get it fully ascended. And just make sure, where'd she go? She's not there anymore because I upgraded her. There she is. Aridana. Put her over there. She has to be on the team. If we want extra points. Alright, what's the best? What are we dealing with here? You know, like, Worldbreaker's okay. I feel like he's slow. Damage isn't that great. We don't get to use him very much, though. I see why some people use him, just because he's a cool dragon and, like, you never get to use him. So, maybe. Not a bad idea. Astral Mother does true scatter damage. We're going to be killing the boss, and then, even though her damage isn't very good, it's like true damage and scatter damage. And most likely we're going to be killing the boss and knocking it down to 3 enemies. So maybe. Another maybe. Immortal Sagittarian. Deal 3 to 67 true random damage to an enemy. Why do they have to say true random damage? For them saying it's 3 to 67, we already know it's random. That's like redundant, right? Can they just say deal 3 to 67 true damage to an enemy? Look how long that spell is, too. They didn't have to put true random damage. Well, I guess it's... Nah, I get it, because it's going to hit a random enemy. Makes it feel like it means... Anyway. It should say true damage to a random enemy. I don't know. Maybe that's not. I just feel like that random doesn't need to be there for some reason, or it's in the wrong spot. Deal 3 to 67 true random damage. Like, wouldn't... I guess, whatever. I guess it's fine. And 3 random enemies, boosted by bleeding enemies. If used in broken lands, deal double damage. Maybe if we use, like, him and Astral Mother, could be a team. They used... Okay, yellow, purple. They use one different color, at least. I might do that for the high-level team. Just go all in on true damage, but it's a lot of mana. A lot of mana cost to do that. Huh. Alright, what else do we got here? Atari King's pretty cool. He's a centaur, she's a centaur, but we have to use Eridana. So we can't use... But what does he do? Deal 68 damage to 3 random enemies, then create 3 to 6 times 3 wild cards. Well, I guess we could use World Breaker. I don't know, though. I don't know. This is stupid. I don't like it. I don't like this restriction. It's stupid. I don't like it. It's dumb. Alright, we're most likely going to use our weapon for mana generation, so... We're looking at... Eye of Orion, red and brown. Broken Star, yellow and brown. One of those two. Eye of Orion or Broken Star. But they both have brown. One has red, one has yellow. I don't know, y'all. I'm just annoyed. Kind of want to try her with him. She does scatter. But he could hit for, like, super low. I don't have any of his traits yet or nothing. I don't know. Remove all gems of a chosen color. Boosted by gems removed. See how this goes. I'm not committing to it yet, but I'm gonna see how it goes. Alright. Got red, yellow. We got red, brown, green, yellow, purple. We're missing blue. There we go. Burning Banner. Class. We could be a centaur. Could go Oracle. If I don't like Astral Mother, maybe I'll switch to either... We'll test all 3, maybe. We'll test... I think the team is good, except for maybe the second slot. We'll try Astral Mother, we'll try Nipple Fobs, and then we'll try World Breaker and see which one we like the best, or something like that. This gives us... Okay. Serendipity. So we do that because we're not using a tome or a missile. Lightstorm. Bonus yellow. Could do that. Well, doesn't matter. Alright, let's try this and see what happens. It's very early fights, so... See what y'all are saying. Herdmaster, yeah, Herdmaster's good. It's just like, dude, we have to use the raid troop. We have to use our hero. We need a damage dealer. And then Katari King's gonna 50% start the... Look like she's up already. You know what I mean? Herdmaster's gonna be good for our other, like, either mid or low. Alright, now pick anything purple. Chad can't make it? Okay. Tyrion says Divinion is probably one of the better kingdoms in my opinion. Good damage dealers, good mana accumulators, cleanse a mana troop, a half mana start for most of the kingdom. Everything you could want. I don't like the damage dealers though. I don't like any of them. Astro Mother's not good. Sagittarian's not good. Worldbreaker's not good. Katari King is cool and Centuragon's cool. And Herdmaster's cool. Like their main mythics aren't that good in Divinion Fields. She's up again. Let's just go with the highest number right now. We got the Raid Troop and Katari King for backup if she starts getting weak. And she can remove gems and like make stuff happen too. We haven't even needed to... All we've been doing is casting her and winning so far, but it's very early. See how her low mana cost for a mythic? She's filling up every single time so far. So I don't think it's a bad idea. But I want to see... Am I going to use this when, you know, I'm super deep? I don't know. What else does she do? 40% chance to give a reflect, impervious. Not too much. I'm not going to be able to really tell you if it's going to be super good deeper in because I'm going to have to show two other teams. So far, so good. So I think Worldbreaker would get weaker at the same rate that she's going to get weaker, at least. And at least she does true damage. And at least we're like, we got a raid troop to kill the boss. And then there's only 3 enemies, so her scatter damage gets split between 3 instead of 4. Worldbreaker's going to hit for the same no matter what, even whether you kill the raid troop or not. And his is like not boosted by anything, right? Or maybe it, I don't think it is, right? So I think Worldbreaker would be weaker than Astral Mother. And then Immortal Sagittarian does random damage. So he could do 3 true damage sometimes. And then, you know, he's an immortal. How far do you have him leveled? Like, what else is there? You could do, like, a Centuragon something or other, but that's, like, overkilling one thing at a time type of stuff. So I feel like this is my best bet right this second, at least. If we kill an enemy, we just hit harder. Oops, I didn't really look at the colors. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll recommend this for now. But hang in there with me tomorrow and, like, Friday. See what I'm using. I'm not saying, like, she's super powerful and gonna be kicking butt the whole time, but the raid troop will one-shot the boss, then you use her, and then you finish stuff off with Katari King. You got... I haven't even cast this one time yet. But it will get everybody back up if we need to cast them again. I don't know, I always like go towards the Astral Mother on this restriction for some reason. I know she's not strong, but for some reason I always go towards her. So this is our mana generator. It uses brown and red. Astral Mother does not use brown or red, but it uses the yellow that it explodes. That's good, because then she'll get all the yellow, green, and purple if this thing explodes. She does true damage, true scatter damage, boosted by gems removed. So you're going to one-shot the boss and then do this later on. And early, you're just going to one-shot everything with this. And then even later, this is 50% starting your Astral Mother, really your whole team. And then he can also help with damage later if you need it. as well as her. I think this would be fine, like, to go the whole way, but we'll see. Let's do a mid team, so no mythics. What are you gonna do? Qatari King loops good with Herdmaster and Eye of Orion. Mr. Z says I forged Fountain of Stars. Stop laughing at me. I mean, hey, if you need it, I'm sure you're pretty deep in the game. Centurion is great. Sometimes, though, if a troop being great doesn't mean it's good for, like, this event in specific. I think Centurion's better for, like, Deathless 500 and super difficult situations, instant kill situations, and loopy, you want to loop situations. Like, when I think about Centurion, I'm thinking about, like, super difficult things, not wiping stuff out in one shot things. If it's new, that's awesome. It's an underrated troop in my opinion. Yeah, same here. I think Fountain of Stars. If that's what you mean. Qatari King 2. Fountain of Poop. Worldbreaker is good with Qatari King. The only flaw is high mana cost, but it explodes in half start. Yeah, it does explode, you're right. So it could get back up. Even though it hits weekly, at least it helps itself get back up, and then you can hit weekly again. But Astro Mother also hits weekly, so I don't know. Eye of Orion silences the first enemy. Nice. This is the weapon we were using right here. This is what I'm recommending for now. Maybe I'll try the other ones, but I need to make a mid and a low first. So we got to get rid of her. This will be our mid team, so we can't use any mythics. We got Artima. Explode a road, deal damage to weakest enemies, boosted by ally centaurs. Really cool. She's actually like a good tank. And damage dealer. And mana generator. She's a solid troop, like shiny as well. Oniros, no. Orion, no. Orrery, maybe. Qatari King is good. We're gonna probably keep using him. Wendigo. I think I'm already looking at... I think Artima would be good for mids. Alright, now we're super blocking the Qatari King. Do we have a different weapon? Broken Star? No. We are using Centaur right now. Like, we could use Firefly, or... It does green and yellow. This one does blue and yellow. It's not very helpful. What should both colors... Green and yellow. Blue and yellow. This is the same color as Eridana. Firefly uses purple and brown. That might be better.
They shall feel my fury.
Green and yellow. Hey, we use both those colors at least. I'm gonna do this. Now we have lots of damage. This will be our mana generator. It's gonna put a bunch of green and yellow up. But if you want the, you know, one of the explodies, you could still do that. It's like this one is the same exact colors as our Artima. And this one's gonna block our Qatari King. So I think this is a more synergetic team. Especially if we're gonna do Oracle. If you don't do Oracle, don't do this. We got brown would be great. We got brown, yellow, purple, red, green. Missing blue again. Brown, green, brown, red. Purple, brown. I think we gotta go all in on the weapon. It's our only mana generator. Kinda. Like, Qatari King is 50% starting everything, and then I'll do that. Alright, there's our mid team. Use that shiny Artima. if you don't have any mythics. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Everybody's almost up. Everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Explode a row. Alright, what do we do here? Let's do this first. Got lots of fire. Everything on our team has firepower. And two of them, everything on our team has firepower, and the first three also can mana generate. I think this is a good mid team. Artema does damage. The weapon does damage. Qatari King does damage. The raid event troop does damage. Artema mana generates. The weapon mana generates. Qatari King mana generates ×2 with his spell and his traits. It's a good mid team. Alright, let's do this just because he hits 3. And he could get extra turn. I like this one. I like my team. I like my teams. Huh. I like my teams. Isn't that weird that I like my own teams? I like the smell of my own brand. Just gotta kill one enemy. That troop has lots of magic, so might as well use her. If you're finishing stuff off, Aridana. I don't really care about blocking her too much on the bottom, because even though she isn't, she's getting green. But on the other team, I think I was blocking her. But I don't really care, because by the time I need her, she'll be up. You know, she starts with 50% mana that she has enchant. By the time I need to kill a boss troop, she'll be up. So I don't really care to have her on the bottom. She's only casting once, and by the time I need her, she'll be up type stuff. Alright, we got this. We could look for board control type of deal, you know, when you can drop, you know what's going to happen when you explode a row. I don't see it really, though. And the more you look, the more time you're kind of wasting. But, yeah, if you see it, like, real quick. Like, if there's, like, a brown right, there's, like, 2 brown here. We could take out, whatever, you know what I mean. Could do a heroic gem with this. Just got to kill. Could do this now. I think I do kind of. I think Divinion Fields is fun, but it's not like powerful. Like Centurigon's powerful, and I like Qatari King, but I just feel like the mythics are kind of weak, like a wet noodle. Kind of enjoying these teams though. It's interesting. It's like stuff I don't really use too much, and they're making good synergetic teams, but I would never pick these troops if I had access to everything type stuff. Except for Centurigon. Alright, let's fight a boss with this one, and then we'll make a low level team. So no mythic, no legendary. No legendary. What up, Beg for Mercy? You did Centurigon, Worldbreaker, Elemental, Explode Weapon, and Qatari King? Okay. I just always like to have something that makes skulls if I'm going to use Centurigon, because he turns skulls to wild cards, and I mean, that's still, you could still use them, but like right now, if I had Centurigon up, I would not get an extra turn. There's no spot where, you see? If I had Centurigon right now, he would not get an extra turn from this. He would get some mana, and maybe, but it would pass the turn to the enemy with a bunch of wild cards, maybe. So, I like him more for the combo with Zul'Goth or something. Or that weapon. If you did the weapon that's in... there is a weapon in Divinion Fields that you can use that puts skulls up. Then you can do Centurigon. Maybe do that in Herdmaster. You could do that weapon. Centurigon. Maybe Herdmaster in there somewhere with the raid troop. And then you do a bunch of skulls and devours and extra turns and stuff. Be fun, but it probably won't be as fast. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Centurigon. I don't think you can go wrong with Worldbreaker either. I'm just showing y'all what I think is the best to be doing. Which sometimes I change my mind later, but most times I don't. I guess Qatari King plus Centurion is pretty cool, but I don't know. Alright, here's a mid team, so no mythics on this bad boy. Just make sure you use Oracle class with this one, so Firefly actually gets an extra turn instead of just putting up a poopy amount of green and yellow and not getting an extra turn. This thing will hit harder too because our whole team is Centaurs. This thing 50% starts our whole team because our whole team's Centaur. And then this is just here to kill the boss pretty much. But it can also catch green. This thing makes green. See how the whole team is... It's built to function together pretty much. This one wants to be in first slot and wants to be with the whole team of Centaurs. This one wants to give green and yellow to the rest of the team and be with the whole team of Centaurs. We use yellow, we use green, our whole team Centaurs. This one wants to 50% start Centaurs. Our whole team Centaurs. This one, you know, it's just killing the boss pretty much. But yeah, it catches the green from the weapon, too. And it's a Centaur. It all goes together with thoughtfulness. No mana blocking at all either. Yellow-brown, this catches purple, this catches red, this catches green. Been making teams for 8 years. Alright, let's do a low-level team, so we cannot even use legendaries this time, so no Qatari King. We have to use this troop, though, if we want more points. Let's go epic and under. Got Anthea. Probably use Atlanta. She'll be good at least for the beginning. Like, if you're a beginner and you're just doing what you can do, by the time Atlanta stops, like, two-shotting, you've probably gone as far as you need to go. As a 30th member of a guild that's in a... You know, if you don't have any legendaries or mythics from Divinion Fields, then you're probably just doing what you can do, so... I think Atlanta. Could do Centurion. Could do just double Atlanta. There's Herdmaster. Yeah, I might just do double Atlanta for beginners. You don't have to think too hard, and you probably have it.
Need a little firepower?
Need a little firepower, baby. Green and yellow. Maybe we can put one of these in first, or maybe even her in first. I don't really want her blocking anybody on purple, though. So I might do an explodey weapon. Because as a beginner, you might need to explode. And then you can use a different class, too. We'll see. What kind of weapons do we got? Eye of Orion is red and brown. We don't use red or brown, and it explodes yellow.
They shall feel my fury.
Or we can do Broken Star, which is yellow and brown. I mean, you can look at the tempering if you really want to... This one's good because of the colors it uses, and the colors it explodes. Like Sana says, it silences the first enemy. Cause a random positive effect on myself. Give 1 mana to all allies. It's a good one, so I think I'm going to go with that. Eye of Orion. 20% chance to dodge skull damage, so maybe she'll dodge. And we have another one if we lose it, and we can summon in. I'm going to change my class to Archmagus. We can have lots of good purple. Get her up a bunch of times quickly. Don't think none of that matters. Alright, whatever. And then banner. We got I'm gonna go all in on the weapon. It's one of those situations. I mean, we could do yellow or purple because Atlanta's got a 75% start, so we really don't have to go all in on the weapon. Actually, we got a lot of purple, so I don't know. Let's do purple something. Go crazy with the purple, and then we'll minus blue. Alright, we'll just stick with the one we got. That's fine. Alright, low-level team. So like I said, we're not expecting you to get first place in a top 100 guild or anything like that. This is more for people that you're missing all the mythics and legendaries from Divinion Fields, and you just want to do your share a little bit for your guild. This will get you through. This might be good for me right now. If maybe we should all use Atlanta until it stops one-shotting. Nah, it already stopped. Could have used Atlanta for the first, like, 10 fights. Or what would it have been? 4, 5, 9, 10. Yeah, you could have used Atlanta for the first 10 fights. Probably would have been faster than anything. But then you're switching from team to team to team. Alright, submerge, who cares, right? Bang. I'm gonna do like 3 more fights, and then we'll move on to the weekly preview. Submerge, who cares, right? We'll just get up our raid troop. That's what it's there for. Does suck that when we hit the Maelstrom Dagonath it submerges and then we have to use our raid troop, but oh well.
Mana surge.
Alright, one more. It's weekly preview time for Divinion Fields.
Mana surge.
What is she saying? No one chokes on my arrow? No one chokes on my arrow. Something like that, y'all. I don't know. I think most people probably have Katari King, Artima, and all that stuff, but this would be a good. Get your points. Do your thing. Don't be a sore thumb. Don't have zeros. Don't be in last place. Don't be on that last place screen. Anyway, I'm going to use one of those 3 teams. I kind of like my legendary team, but I might use my mythic team. We'll see what I go back to when I take another look at it. Should probably be Friday or Saturday. I mean, as far as on stream. Okay, so weekly preview for Divinion Fields. Sky full of stars, new ultra rare troop, Astro Tour. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Raid Boss, help your guild close the portals this week. Use troops from a kingdom, Divinion Fields, and daily battles to defeat the Raid Boss. Axe of the Horde, the campaign has started. It ends in 55 days. Week of Centaurs. All Centaurs gain 10% of their skills. Week of Mystics. All Mystics gain 10% of their skills. Bonus souls. Use the Astro Tour in PvP and explore to gain 40 souls. Alright, let's take a look at that Soul Forge, baby. What's in here? I don't know. Let's knock the dragon out first. Anita with the gifted, let's go. It's super important right now. We're gonna empty the tank. We got one good one left in us. Monday, Tuesday, cut, end, done. Come on. Let's not watch the home run from the chatathon, even though it was a beautiful home run. It was sexy. It had lipstick and nipples. It was beautiful. Butt cheek, juicy cheeks. But we can't just stare at it, you know? We gotta go back up to the plate like Sana and Anita. And we gotta empty the tank. $1 here, $2 there. Doesn't matter. 50 cents, 2 pennies, 13 cents. A Bitcoin. A piece of gum. Whatever you got. I'll take a piece of gum if you got it. Alright, what's the dragon first of all? Just because I'll forget if I don't do it. And some people out there might be wondering. It's Comethalos. Comet Halos. Comethalos. Comethalos is the dragon. It is the Stellarix blue dragon. So if you have 5 out of the 6 dragons for Stellarix and you're only missing the blue dragon, you would be the person. You would be that lucky person that would craft this right now. Alright, let's look at these mythics. What up, odd one out? Alright, let me finish up the Soul Forge and I'll catch up here in the chat. Odd one out. North Star weapon. Alright, mythics, come on. Looking for the 4,000 diamonds. Ghost King Grimhorn. Baiska. Fountain of Stars. Or, as Mr. Z called it, Fountain of Poop. And Shabana Vespera. So yeah, nothing too great here. One thing that went through my head as I was reading those off is the first 2 are kind of new. And when I say kind of new, I mean in the last 2 years or so, because I have no concept of time. But I feel like Bear with No Pants and Ghost King Grimhorn are both pretty new. But that doesn't mean they're good. I know like Gems of War community sometimes, not here, not anybody that's here, you guys are smarter than that. But some people, you know, forum people and weirdos out there, they're like, oh, it's new, it must be good. So I'm not saying good when I say new. But these are newer, as in they came out in the last like 2 years or so. So maybe you didn't get them and now you see them here and you don't have them. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. They're not awesome. Let's read them all, because I don't even know what order to put these in. They're all mid. We got Ghost King Grimhorn, 24 blue, green, red, Draxum, Undead Dwarf. Deal true damage to the first 2 enemies. Convert all yellow gems to Doom Skulls to boost the effect. I usually like stuff like that. Conjure a Doomstorm and matching 4 or more gems. Okay. Not horrible. Got Baiska here, 24 green, red, brown. People are like, he's not wearing a shirt, so why do you care that he's not wearing pants? He's a bear, why do you care that he's not wearing pants? I don't know, it's just something I say for no reason. Deal splash damage to 3 random enemies, boosted by enraged allies, gain enraged. Inflict bleed and terror on a random enemy, matching 4 or more gems. Once again, like, not bad, not amazing. They're like B- tier mythics here. And there's so many of those these days. And so many amazing Chrysantheraxes and dragons and immortals and stuff like that. So it's hard when you have like a B-. There's so many things above it at that point. Fountain of Stars, 25 blue, red, yellow, bright forest, construct Fey. Convert 5 green gems to purple potions. And all brown gems to skulls. Cleanse all Fey allies. I always said it'd be cool if it converted all green gems to purple potions. That would make it really cool. But, yeah. I've always said this one's, like, slightly underrated, but I mean, like, people saying it's a D tier when it's probably a C minus. That's the kind of underrated I mean. I don't mean it's supposed to be S tier or A tier even. But, I don't know. I always like double converters. And 50% skull reduction, 15% chance to bless all allies when my turn begins. Not too bad. Bless and cleanse. Then we got Shabana Vespera. 26 blue, yellow, purple, drifting sands, elemental mystic. Give 27 to a random skill on an ally. Create 9 gems of their mana color, then repeat 2 more times for random allies. You guys know I don't like this one because of how random it is. I don't know what skill it's going to do. I don't know what allies it's going to go on for the most part. I don't know what mana color it's going to do. It's so random that I don't like it because I don't know what it's going to do. But I occasionally will use it. There's like one restriction. I think it's Drifting Sands or Mystic or something like that. But I'll put it on like with Queen Beatrix sometimes. But it's only because it's like on the... I can't think of any... Like I have my weapon, I have 2 Queen Beatrixes, and then I can't think of anything else. I'm like, oh well, Shabana Vespera, I guess. So it's not like I'm excited to put it on there, but it's like the only thing in that restriction. So very, very, very occasionally, like once a month, she'll come out for like 5 fights here and there. Fountain of Stars I don't really use ever. Baiska and Blood... Baiska sometimes, maybe. Urska. It does hit all enemies, technically. Usually. The boost ratio is not that good. Enrage isn't going to matter unless he's in first slot. Terror is cool. So Terror. And Ghost King Grimhorn. True damage. I like true damage. I like potentially getting an extra turn by converting all yellow to Doomskull. Trying to figure out what order to put these in, y'all. Fountain of Stars might be worst. Fountain of Stars is probably the worst one. I'm gonna say... I think Ghost King Grimhorn is probably the best. And I'm not telling you to craft it or anything. I'm not saying it's a top 20 or top 25 or S tier, A tier, anything like that. But I like to put them in order just so you know. Like if you're missing all of them, but you have all the awesome troops in the game, you're just trying to figure out which one to craft next. Maybe this guy, because he feels like he's the... I don't know, the most powerful with the most true damage, with the most chance to get his turn back and mana back and stuff like that. I'll say him by a hair. Be the best one. Baiska probably right after that. I like the Terror. I like the hitting all the enemies. And then Shabana Vespera. She's just too random for me. I don't like random troops. She's more like a C plus to me than... I don't really like using her. When I use her, it's like she never hits the color I want. She never does the skill I want. You know what I mean? Some people like her, though, so they're going to hate that I put her third. But under Baiska, a bear with no pants, and Ghost King Grimhorn. But it is what it is. That's how I feel today. Maybe I'd feel different tomorrow. But Fountain of Stars would be last. So it's around, so it's about the same as Shabana. The first two are pretty similar, and then Fountain of Stars and Shabana Vespera are pretty similar. I'm not saying Shabana Vespera is horrible. There's so many mythics that are worse than Shabana Vespera. But just in these 4, it's probably the one I like not the least, but the third least. Fountain of Stars is the worst. Alright. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Maybe you think Shabana Vespera is the best. I don't know. But, I think Ghost King Grimhorn, then Baiska, then Shabana Vespera, then Fountain of Stars. What I'm gonna say. Alright, legendaries. We got the Midnight King, which the Midnight Queen is actually better than the King. Who would have thought? The woman always, happy wife, happy life. Always usually the brains behind the operation. Queens are usually, the queen of the chessboard, right? Queen is super strong, can go everywhere on the board. The king is just sitting there trying not to crap his pants, can only move one spot. That's usually how it goes. The Midnight King's just crapping his pants and wondering where his queen is. So she can tell him what to do. Midnight King. Bloodfang. What else? Bloodfang, which I don't even remember what that does. The Midnight King, I just know it's kind of mid. Lust and Viper. A bunch of dookie. This one's butt. This one... kind of butt. Midnight King. Inflict terror on the 2 weakest enemies, then deal damage. Boosted by Mystic Allies, summon a Midnight Troop. Does it hit 2 enemies or 1 enemy? Inflict terror on the 2 weakest enemies, then deal 56 damage. It's not bad, it's just not good either. And then Bloodfang. Deal true damage to the first 2 enemies. There's a cumulative 25% chance for each lycanthropy gem on the board to also inflict 4 stacks of bleed. So pretty much just does true damage to the first 2 enemies. I don't know. I guess Midnight King, then Bloodfang, then Lust, then Viper. But they're all crap. Like, Midnight King is below average to mid. Bloodfang, same thing, and then the other 2 are crap. So yeah, don't craft anything, basically. And if there was a gun to your head, I guess craft Ghost King Grimhorn. Alright, weapons! Star Locket, what's this? The North Star, what's this? Why don't I have these yet? They're new. That means if you're free to play, right? Unless this is something weird. You guys were just talking about this. What are these? Get the Star Locket. Where'd that come from? We got the North Star. Where'd that come from? Alright, I'm going to read the chat because maybe you guys have... Are those pay weapons from last Divinion Fields week? Or is that something I'm missing I can get somewhere else this week and I'm an idiot? Oh, did you see that offer? What was that offer? I don't even know how to look at offers. I think it's just weapons I missed, right? That I need to craft. They were pay weapons, right? And now they're available to free-to-play in the Soulforge, huh? Alright, let me read the chat. It's a girl party today. Break out the pink phone. What's that old game called? Girl Talk or something? Mr. Z said, who in their right mind would use the North Star weapon in any scenario? Even if I just started the game this minute, I'd rather have a troop over this useless thing. Putting lipstick and nipples on a pig. Yeah, big sexy. Have we circulated through all the different troop types that were back at Centaurs? And now we're back at Centaurs? Maybe. They're newer weapons? Okay. Murda Serta, how's it going? Panda's husband here got order to say big hello to all. Hello! Murda Serta, hello Panda. Don't play armor, so I am the player now. One spot open in Sauna's Guild on PC Mobile. The Pirate Gang. Major Day. Let's go. She's fun on monocolor team. Okay. Yeah, there are uses for her. You're right. Can't remember the last time I used her. I can remember the last time I used her, so I'm not gonna say she's not bad, but she's like C tier to me. The Shabana Vespera. Odd one out. Girl talk, yeah. Mr. Z says I was only missing the North Star, so it's a pay weapon. Got Star Locket at some point. Tyrion says bottom right corner for offers or daily money offers is a few higher. Money weapon are in shop for the weekly event, but one will pop up in money offers 1 day per week on Monday or... Okay. See, I don't know. I never buy anything, so I don't know where to buy stuff. Alright, I'm gonna get them, because I don't have them, and that's the only reason. But these two, first time available for free-to-play, most likely. Mr. Z did say that he had one of the two. But for me, it was the first time. I don't know. At least one of the two was pay. Alright, other weapons that are here. Are there anything good? This is not good because you can get it in the raid event, and you're just getting it to get your potions and your turns and your troop and all that. It's a good time to get it. Go get it in the shop for the guild event. Not here. Always here, always here, always here. Broken Star is one that you might use. I was picking the Eye of Orion more than Broken Star though, but it is an explodey, and if you don't have it, it would be a good addition to your arsenal. The Beaten Path is poop. Always here, always here, always here. Verdant Reaver, Verdant Poop. Always here. The North Star was the one that we made. Convert a selected mana gem into a ×3 wildcard. Yeah, that's kind of like a peasant. I mean, it depends what's on the tempering, I guess. But you could find a spot for it and get an extra turn, but almost any other weapon would be way better, right? Star Locket, destroy gems in an X shape. Bless a random ally for every yellow gem destroyed. Dragonian Monk is better than that, huh? Always here, always here, always here, always here. Always here, always here. Okay, Eye of Orion was the one I found myself using the most out of the Divinion Fields weapons for this week at least. So, good one. Explodey. Always here. Staff of Poop. Firefly, tool for your tool belt if your whole team is Centaur, and like we did use it once for one of our teams. Rose Bow, same thing. Just different colors. And slightly different restriction, but pretty much the same. Shooting Poop. Doomed Chronicle, hey, a book. If you're looking for that Guild Wars, that one time, for that one fight, you know, maybe, yeah. I wouldn't get too excited, but if you don't have it, you might want to craft it, but it's not as exciting as it used to be. And even back when people were excited about it, I wasn't that excited about these books. They are strong, but they're strong for, like, one very specific thing that only happens every once in a while. So, you can talk about how strong these are, but it's very rare that they get to come out and play. Always here, always here, always here, always here, always, right? Always here, yeah. Always here. Alright, so yeah. The best thing, if you had to, if you needed all of these, I would say Eye of Orion and the book, I guess. Doomed Chronicle and Eye of Orion are my two favorites. So that's the Soul Forge. Pretty much just save, don't get anything, maybe get those weapons that were pay weapons if you're free to play. And then you got the Eye of Orion, maybe the Doomed Chronicle. If you're just dying to craft a mythic, Ghost King Grimhorn, Baiska, Shyvana Vespera, really doesn't matter. But I said Ghost King Grimhorn. And then legendaries, what was it, like nothing pretty much? The Midnight King or something. So Soul Forge pretty poopy this week. Alright, let's do the shop. Get your Spoils of War every single time. It's good for every single person from beginning to end of the game. That's something that doesn't depend. Everybody should be getting their Spoils of War every week. You're just giving a little bit of glory to get event keys, and everybody needs that pretty much. Astrotor is the Glory Shop troop. 12, yellow, purple, Divinion Field, Centaur, Mystic. Give life and 2 magic to an ally. If they're a Centaur, double the effect. That is horrible. Maybe only good for an arena team that the chat picks. Hey, you guys, I finished that arena, by the way. I recorded it if you want to see it, but I felt like it was only 2 fights. I went 6-0. So at the end of the chatathon, I had y'all pick the worst arena team that you could out of a random, you know, the first random one. So it could have been way worse, but, you know, you guys picked the worst troop in each of the 3. You know, every time we had to pick, you picked the worst troop like we used to do. And I went 4-0 right before the end of the chatathon Well, yesterday I finished it just for fun, and I went 6-0, and I recorded it. But I don't know. If anybody wants to see it, I could put it out with no commentary or something. But right now I'm like, probably nobody cares, so I didn't put it out. I did put out the top 20 ultra rares yesterday. If you missed that, more condensed, a little bit quicker, about 20 minutes instead of 7 hours. Alright, so with this troop, you also get Arcane Planes, Trait Stones. It's a real good time to be buying Arcane Trait Stones. So you want to go look at your troops, see what troops are yellow-purple, see if they have good traits, and then make sure all of them are fully traded. If they're not, you should probably buy some Trait Stones right here. So what else are you using your glory on? Might as well get some Trait Stones to fully trait some awesome legendaries, or mythics, or epics, or something. Yellow-purple. You can look at it very quickly. Most people don't care about this, so I don't go over it heavily anymore. But let's just look at like the legendaries, for example. Anything cool here? Like this guy has the Emperor's Blessing. Divine Ishbala has a 40% start. You know, Infernal King, the 25% chance to resurrect after death. Stuff like that. You know, Bless a random ally in 4 or 5 gym match. Atlanta with their 75% start. You're probably gonna, if you don't have that, come on, go get that Trait Stone. Get it done. Swift. Alright, event key drop table is Divinion Fields. Definitely not one of my favorites, and I think you should keep saving your event keys, but we'll look at it anyway. You don't get enough event keys to be throwing keys at a crappy kingdom like Divinion Fields. Base rarity, Divinion Fields. Show all. Because you got stuff like Astral Mother, you got Sagittarian, Nipple Fobs. He's Fabio and his nipples are out. That's why he's Nipple Fobs. The World Breaker, super old. Has no good traits. High mana cost. Pretty much have to put Qatari King with him or else. Artema's okay just because she got shinied and she has all pretty good traits and a good spell, but she's just like a solid troop. You don't need to throw event keys for this legendary. Like, you'll probably get it other ways. Oniros is poop, Orion's old and poopy, or Ares just kinda good. Qatari King's pretty good, but you probably already have it from that holiday event or whatever. He's not really worth throwing event keys for. He's pinching his own nipple. Nipple, 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 nipple. Atlanta's here, but you get her for free, right? Centurigon's good. He's probably the best thing in the whole restriction, really. Ragnagord's okay. Herdmaster's good. He's one of the best ultra rares, but that's like, you know, he'd being the best turd in the pile. And yeah. It'd be Herdmaster, Atlanta, Centurigon, Qatari King, a little bit of Artema. And then the mythics are, like, you want to save your event keys to get mythics. And all these mythics aren't good. Just, you know they're not. Like, none of these are worth event keys. They're not bad either, but they're not great. They're not something worth your event keys to get these. Look at it. Just like nipple, nipple. Maybe you like nipples. If you throw event keys today, then you probably like man nipple. Alright, I say no. Don't throw event keys. No. Don't do it. Alright, this week we have a Divinion Fields week. Divinion Fields, Underspire, Epic Trials, Event Key Drop Table, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop. Tomorrow we have... What's Divinion Fields faction? We go under. And we see... Is it the Labyrinth or the Wild Court? I just read it. Wild Court. It's Wild Court. Wild Court tomorrow, so I'll have a live stream tomorrow where I will do Wild Court faction event. Pure 500 live on stream tomorrow. It's the last stream of the month, too. Come on, empty the tank. Give me a piece of gum. $1, 50 cents, whatever you got. You got one last good one in you. I know you're a little bit older, but that means you're winning. But I wouldn't want to mess with you. You got that one good one left in you. You might have to rest it for a week. I feel the same way. If somebody came after me, I would have one good one left in me, right? And I might have to rest for a week after it, but I got a good one. I got a good one for whoever wants it. You know what I mean? So if you got one more good one, man, give it to me. I'll take it. So Wild Court Tuesday. Wednesday, we have a pet. It's Divinion Field's pet. Probably, maybe it's right here. Yeah, there it is. See, it's that little orange sunbird, firebird thing. That's what I was talking about. Thursday, we have Oracle class event. If you don't have Oracle on 100, you could maybe go in there and do some progression on your Oracle class. Or, if you don't care about Oracle, just equip a different class and you still get ×2 class experience. Just like with Oracle, you're going to get the rewards that you get are also Oracle experience. So if you need to level Oracle, you could equip Oracle, get instead of 1 class experience per fight, you get 2 class experience per fight, and then all the rewards will also give you class experience. So it's a nice little way to boost your class. So I bet you there's a lot of people out there that don't have Oracle on 100. So on Thursday, you could sit there, equip Oracle, do the class event, and be a way to make that a little faster. You know, make a little progress on that class. Even though it's not that good, but it's Oracle event, so. And then this weekend, we have Bounty. Bounty, the second best single player event in the game, because the rewards are really good and the event is quick if you do it right. Okay, so Underspire would be next. Make an Underspire team. With the Divinion Fields troops, wonderful. So it's going to be our raid team minus the raid troop. So we can go to your raid team, copy paste it to the Underspire, take off the raid troop and put something good on there. You know what I mean? So for our raid team, we did Astral Mother. We did Qatari King. We did, I think, Eye of Orion. And now we have a whole nother slot. Which maybe now I can do nipple fobs like I wanted to the first time. Okay, we got green, yellow, purple. We got yellow, purple, brown. Might have to do that just because of the coloration. She can still catch green. Alright, I think I'm going to try this. It's going to be, you know, a bunch of true damage. Qatari King is there too. Weapon can summon. If you start losing your first slot, you can move something up and move the weapon down. Blast. I think I would go... Let's go Titan to get up that weapon. Let's make sure it's set up. I just want the Storm Aura. Okay. Banner, brown for sure. Let's just do brown-red if we can for the weapon. Got 2 mythics we got to get up. They're 50% started, but we're probably going to have to... Especially in Underspire, we're going to have to cast that weapon. We got brown. We're probably missing blue, like always. It's like a theme. Let's do Petrified Banner. Alright, let's see how this goes. Might be a little slow, but that's why Qatari King is there, so he can 50% start those. Gotta get up our weapon as soon as possible. There we go. We'll blow up a bunch of yellow. Let's do this. Got this. Get to choose an enemy. Probably choose the enemy with the most HP, that way you can maybe hit them twice. And we gotta get our lantern. Everybody should do this. Another thing everybody should do, get your lantern. Like Tyrion Shark said a year ago or something. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple, like 3-4 fights just to get the... See, make sure I don't want to tweak it or something. Tweak it. Tweak it. Qatari King's Eagle, is that what it's called? Ooh, you're about to get the your 25th Max Kingdom. You get to max another 2 kingdoms today, pretty close on 1 to 2 more colors as well. So you're only going to have like 13 left after that? Crazy. What are you going to do, man? You going to try to get all the immortals leveled up next, or what? Once you get all the kingdoms like 2030'd, I guess the next thing to do would be like getting all your immortals as leveled up as possible, I guess. I don't know, I haven't even really thought that far ahead because it's going to take me so long to get all my kingdoms 2030 that even for you, it's going to take you probably like another year. And they'll add other stuff in and stuff like that. But let's say you get all kingdoms 2030 then like by the end of the year or something crazy. Like it's not going to happen, but let's say you get all your kingdoms 2030 by January. What would you do next? Would it be like a bunch of PvP and try to get all the immortals? That's the only thing I can think of like off the top of my head. Have every troop in the game gold eliteed. Because, like, maxing your kingdom level and power is giving you more stats. Also more tribute and stuff like that. But mostly, just, you know, more stats. If you gold eliteed every troop in the game, that would also give you more stats. At least when you use those troops. I think you've already fully ascended every pet, though, huh? Start buying PvP mythics. Yeah, so that's all I can think of after like 2030ing every kingdom. It would be stuff like getting the immortals to level 30 or whatever it is, working on that, and getting every troop gold eliteed, making sure to have every pet fully ascended. There's definitely stuff you can always do. Like nobody's pretty much ever done in this game. They add stuff too quickly. It's like a carrot on a stick that nobody can ever eat or catch. That's a good thing too, though. You don't want to be catching up and have everything and not want to play anymore either. Whoever has the most, I think. Yeah, we should be casting this guy first because he could kill something and then Astro Mother will hit harder once like 1 or 2 things are dead. So I like the order that I have them in. It's for mana purposes, but also you should cast him first before her anyway. Alright, level 14, level 12. We're going to go highest level. We'll do one more fight with this team. Got a couple archers raining down hell from above. I need brown and red. I don't care about skulls. Oh, come on, bro. You're 1 short. Oops. Should have took brown, though. There we go. I don't really like this immortal, but in combination with Astro Mother and Qatari King, I think it's in this restriction. Very specific. Alright, here's my recommendation for the Underspire. I think this would be pretty good. Whole bunch of true damage, sandwiched by some mana generation. And let's make one more team just in case some awesome, ambitious player out there who doesn't have those 2 mythics wants to try to do the Underspire. I don't think you exist, but if you do, Artima maybe, Qatari King. Here's our team from the raid event, pretty much. What else could we put on here that would help? Centuragon, Orrery, another Artima, Atlanta. So right now we have Artima. We got mana generation. We're blocking Qatari King, though. We could do Centaur and change our weapon again. Isn't that what we did last time? Like Firefly, green and...
They shall feel my fury.
Is there a green troop? The Wendigo. Hippolyta. Feyhound. Wild Knight. Atari Warriors here. We could do more wild cards. Puka. Herdmaster, maybe? Still haven't used them, dude. I don't know why. Just hasn't fit yet. Maybe not Firefly. I don't know. What's the other one? Rose Bow. Blue and yellow.
They shall feel my
Got any blue troops? Maybe Orrery. That'd be cool. I never get to use that troop. Orrery? Could just do blue. Nightwing. I think I'm gonna try it. This'll do. I forget what it does though. It's like, is it blue? I can't remember what a Star Storm is ever. It's either blue yellow or blue purple or something like that. Try purple yellow. Anyway, what kind of order can we put these in now? He uses red, so he could go at the bottom. They all use different colors, so... let's do that. It's kind of cool. I like this team. Yellow, blue here. Yellow, blue there. Purple, yellow. Purple. They like can go back and forth a little bit, maybe. Atari King throwing out wild cards and damage. Artima blowing up, throwing out damage. We gotta make ourselves Oracle, though. That's because we're using that weapon. Banner. A lot of the mana generation is depending on our weapon. We have a lot of yellow. Yellow, brown, green, purple, red. We have every color, so... we have every single color. Cool. Might actually minus brown. We're gonna add to yellow. Artima can use yellow to get up, and then... let's try that. Alright, anyway. Here's another team for Underspire that's using no mythics, basically. Do treasure hunt 24/7? You got all pets and weapons maxed? I got all weapons maxed. I definitely don't have all pets, but that's awesome, dude. Alright, this has more of a chance to get an extra turn than Artima. And it hits 3 enemies. Same thing again. That was quick, that was nice. Alright, we'll do like 3 more fights and then... I'll do epic trials, yo. I'm trying to, you know, usually like... it's a weird thing, like... the longer I stream, I feel like it doesn't matter, really, you know what I mean? It makes me feel like it doesn't matter. I do an hour and a half, I do 3 hours, I do 4 hours. There's like no difference, really. So, I want to stream longer to like put in more effort, you know, and hang out longer and all that. But I always feel like it doesn't like matter. Alright, we got a yellow extra turn. Alright, we got Qatari King again. I just feel like he's the best thing to be casting if you have all three of those. Here, whatever does the most damage. This guy hits 3 times, so... Qatari King is like the star of this team, it looks like. Oh, we hit a Sentinel, even though we went highest level. That is very strange. That almost never happens, but it does happen occasionally on the first dragon. So that does happen sometimes, but only on the first dragon. I swear, like the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, if you go highest level, you make it to the door every single time. But that first one, for some reason, sometimes that doesn't. Like, very rarely that happens, but it does happen. See how we got an extra turn if we weren't using Oracle? If we weren't doing all Divinion fields, it probably wouldn't have got an extra turn. This one's pretty cool. I might use this one. I don't know. I like... As much crap as I talked about Divinion fields, like, teams are kind of fun. Like, stuff I don't get to use, and the teams are working. Alright, we'll do one more fight here. Orrery, yeah, that's what I picked. You think Immortals is all about money? You're probably right. I'm just trying to, like, you could do a bunch of PvP, which hopefully would lead to more burning marks, which hopefully would lead to opening burning chests, which hopefully would lead to more immortal souls, right? That's the idea anyway. I don't know how it would work exactly in practice, but that'd be the idea. I should have done purple there. Got our bow, which should get everybody else up, hopefully. Qatari King. This one's kind of fun. I might do this one. Sometimes I have fun with my mid team. Alright, we're at the door anyway. Let's do one more. Playing more PvP does not result in more burning marks. Okay, well, never mind. That's really dumb then. Devs are kind of shooting themselves in the foot then there. If they make it possible for people to get everything done, then I guess you could still gold elite everything though. I guess maybe that's the answer then. Guess well, let's look at it, I guess. Okay, so yeah, how do you get burning marks mostly? You don't get any from this. I haven't even gone to the leader. Have to participate first. None of this crap gives you burning marks, huh? Must just be the goals and... Or wait. Season. I mean, like, right now, I'm not playing the season as much as I would. I mean, you might already be doing, like, all of this, but for me... I would get more burning marks if I did more PvP. But not like, I can't like grind them infinitely, but yeah, if you're already getting this whole thing. Which I recommend most people to buy this pass right here too. Here's where some burning marks are if you're not getting this all the way done. which you might already be doing. Like, here's some souls right here for that guy, and some burning marks right there for free. There for free. See, it's not like you can infinitely farm the burning marks, but you could at least make sure you're getting all this done. And then get all of these done too. So kill enemies in PvP battle except training. Make sure you get that all the way done and there's nothing behind it. Do this one, make sure you get all that all the way done and nothing's behind it. Do this one, make sure that you get all of those done and nothing's behind it. That one, same thing. All of these. If all of these are all done, all the way done, I mean, you can get all... You could get everything done and not be able to get more burning marks, but... Like, for me, I'm concentrating mostly right now on my kingdom level and power and having enough gems to be buying offers to gold elite mythics and stuff, so my focus is more over there. So maybe if I had all my kingdoms 2030, my focus would go more towards PvP, and then I would be getting this whole season pass all the way done to 90. I would be getting all of these all the way done and making sure they were just like, you know, all the way done. Like all 3 locks are done on all of them. There's 3 of them in each spot. So you gotta do this and then 2 more. This and then 2 more. This and then 2 more. Etc. So there's 3. That's where all the burning marks are. Mostly in the season stuff. But yeah, if you have everything else done in the game, definitely buy the pass here and then make sure you go all the way to the end in every PvP season and make sure you get every single season goal done. This doesn't have anything. I already looked, right? Mortal Zachariah. Got all his traits now, baby. All the traits are at the top on Immortals. That's kind of weird. I just noticed that. Need to upgrade some here. I don't really go over here too much. So yeah, pretty much true that you can't grind burning marks, but you could. You're making sure to get the season all the way done for sure. Like, and then you can be done. But by the time you get that done, it's probably the next season, and you're doing it again. If you're doing everything else in the game too, which I don't know. I don't know what you would be doing if you have every Kingdom 2030, then maybe all you do is PvP and get it all the way done, then you have nothing else to do. Alright, let's read the chat since I was talking a lot there. Katari King's Eagle. Start buying PvP mythics. I'm down to basically epics, only not gold deleted. All pets and weapons maxed. Treasure hunt 24/7. Yoke says, why won't you just get immortals maxed out as you go? Maxing immortals is too expensive. That's basically real money, sadly. Yes, Yoke, but they are very long game without spending buttloads of money. Yellow, purple for Arari Storm. Playing more PvP does not result in more burning marks. Free burning marks only come from campaign pass or guild wars. Maybe one other thing I'm forgetting. Once you get all free or even paid burning marks, there's no more to earn. Only the buy more now button. Campaign and guild wars. I've completed all that. So yes, some PvP will earn burning marks, but once it's completed, that's basically it. I have that completed week 1 or 2, and most of page 2 done by week 3. More PvP only gets gold marks. Right. Yeah, sometimes, like, if you have everything in the game, kind of like, one of the last things to do is just, like, leaderboards and stuff, like, just brag, kind of, like, hey, I got first place in PvP, or hey, I got first place in that event. Like, use those gems to get first place, finally. I don't know. It's a very long, like, most people are never going to get every Kingdom 2030 and every troop in the game gold deleted and every single burning mark that they can get in PvP and stuff like that. So, we're talking, like, super duper top. Like, I'm never probably going to do that stuff. I don't play enough to do that. I'm playing a long time, but I don't play enough each day to be catching the carrot on the stick. To catch the carrot on the stick, you gotta play a lot every day, and then maybe spend money, too. And then it's still hard. Alright, I'm gonna look at Epic Trials, I guess. I'm gonna try to, you know, do a decently long stream today. It is getting hot in here without that fan on, though. About to turn it on and not care, sorry. I don't even know if y'all could hear it anyway, but it's starting to get hot. Probably gonna hear it right now because I'm close to it. And you might hear it way over here too, but kinda don't care. I'm getting hot. Alright, Epic Trials, Divinion Fields. See if I can give some advice, maybe do one fight at least. We got Artima, which is good. We've been choosing her for other stuff. And, explodes a road, deals damage to two weakest enemies, boosted by ally centaurs, has 40% chance to dodge, 50% chance to ignore armor with skull damage, and 25% skull reduction, so good tank and first slot. Herd Masters are mana generator and can cleanse our whole team. 25% chance to summon a centaur scout on death. Orion's Herald, another summon. Summon Orion, give all allies 34 life. I'm hot from all the lipstick and, what, nipples? Game bonus yellow. Another chance to summon right there. We have a lot of summon on this team. This is our, like, hey, cast it when we need it summon, but... Alright, Bull Taurus, deal scatter damage boosted by my life. Another 25% chance. So I think mostly what we're going to be doing is casting Artima, and then if she happens to die, we're going to summon Orion. I don't think Bull Taurus hits that hard, but he can also help. So not like a brain buster here. No crazy strat. We got Astral Spirit, who's kind of annoying. Axe Beak, who isn't too bad. Anthea, who's like a nothing burger. Stargazer. I mean, that could suck if she does that too much. So I'd say Astral, if you have a choice of like who to kill, which we really don't, because Artima's just going to hit what she hits, and Bull Taurus is going to hit everybody. So yeah, we can't really choose who we're killing, but at least we can get that Astral Spirit out of there with Skulls. And then just hope the Stargazer doesn't cast a million times on Axe Beak or something. We're on a more difficult one here. Epic Trial Tier 3. MJK Jets is here! Second to last stream of the month. I'm gonna keep saying it because after Tuesday, you know, I'll shut up for a little bit, I promise. Whatever you got, stick of gum, come on. Don't let the ladies be out there by themselves. What if there is a puddle that needs a coat? What if there is an umbrella that needs opening? What if there's a wild dog attack? And you have to fight off the dog. You could do the wheelbarrow strat. I was watching a video about... Because that's happened to me. Has anybody ever been like out and about and like a loose dog like either attacks you or attacks your dog or something like that? Has anybody ever had that happen? I feel like everybody's had it at least once in their life. Like a loose dog out. And you're, I don't know. That's what happened to Harvey. Harvey got attacked by our neighbor's dog. It was a gigantic, like, Beethoven dog. And I had to rip the giant Beethoven dog off of my dog. And he still has a scar on his hiney from that. He was in this dog's mouth. And the dog was, like, shaking him like a toy. It's like you get so panicked in the moment, like, this dog is killing your dog. Luckily, I flew down the stairs like a maniac. I don't even remember doing it. I ran out there because I hear all this screaming and yelping and stuff. So I just run to the danger, obviously. And then I run to the giant dog and I just grab him by the neck pretty much, like the scruff. And I just yank as hard as I can and he lets go. Which I don't know if that's the right strat or not. It worked for me. But, I don't know if you can, like, maybe hurt... I think what happened was it made the dog gag and open its mouth. That's one of the strats. You, like, pull straight up. You grab them by the scruff, or... I don't know if, like, their collar. He had a collar on, I think, so I grabbed his collar, and then I pulled up, like, straight up. You don't pull back. If you pull straight up, it kind of, like, releases their vice grip. I didn't know that at the time, but that's kind of what I did. And it worked. I just pulled on the collar as hard as I could, and it worked. But I guess I pulled straight up, and it, like, did the gag reflex thing, and it kind of just let go and then looked at me like, what did I do? Like, I didn't care if it turned around and attacked me. I was, like, saving my dog. But luckily, it just looked at me like, what did I do? Huh? It was kind of stupid. And Mrs. Cindy had Rocky in her hands, too. So, she had our tiny little Chihuahua. She was walking our tiny Chihuahua and Harvey. And my daughter was with her. And they were just right outside of the house. They had just walked out of the front door. This was at the other place. And this was like 2 years ago. Maybe 3 now. Probably 2. She had just walked out of the door. And this other dog got loose, like, ran out of its house. And it was our next door neighbor's dog. And it's like gigantic Beethoven dog. Like, huge. Not the biggest dog I've ever seen, but it was giant. It, like, slams up against the window glass when you walk by their house and stuff. It, like, burst out of the front door. And it, like, went straight for Harvey and, like, grabbed him like a chew toy and started shaking him. And I start hearing all this screaming and yelping. And I freaking glide down the stairs, like, probably not even touching him. Like, fall down the stairs running. And I run out there and I grab the big-ass dog and I just yank on its collar as hard as I can. And it lets go and it looks up at me like, ooh. Luckily, Mrs. Cindy had grabbed up the little dog because our Chihuahua is like a toy, like a teacup, tiny little black Chihuahua, like looking like a hamster. So if it had grabbed him, he would have been dead. So she grabbed him up and threw him through the window of our car at the time. So he was in the car now, so the dog couldn't get him. And then she started trying to get, she was like grabbing Harvey, trying to get him away from the big dog. And then I ran out there and grabbed the big dog and, like, grabbed its collar and it let go, like, right away. But he got a big chunk taken out of his booty. My dog did. So anybody else? I was watching a video the other day of a guy, like, explaining how to, if dogs are attacking each other, or if a dog's attacking a human, or if you have a police dog or something, like, these are the strategies to make the dog stop biting. And one of them was, like, pull straight up on the collar, and I think that's what I did. Like, I don't even know if I did it on purpose, but I got lucky, I guess. The other one was the wheelbarrow. He says, like, not that good, but it might work. You, like, grab their back legs and do, like, a wheelbarrow. But that could, like, hurt the dog. But I guess if it's gonna kill your dog, like, why do you... Like, I guess I wouldn't, you know? What worked out for me is, like, both dogs survived. All the dogs survived. Everybody survived. Nobody got sent to the hospital. But I guess if you're, like, worried that your dog's gonna die, you don't really care if you hurt the other dog, but you really don't. You're not trying to hurt anything, really. But like kicking and punching and stuff like that, that doesn't work. You gotta like choke out the other dog. If you're gonna do any kind of like karate, probably like choking it out's the only thing that'll work. Or do the wheelbarrow. Alright, I think I'm just trying to cast Artima a bunch here, right? And we can look for ways to, like, for board control stuff. And with Epic Trials, you should probably actually sit here and see if you can make something happen. And not just be like, oh no, I can't. But I don't really see anything right now. So I'm going to go like right here. At least hit a Doom Skull. Oh, she's dead already. No. It's fine though. We got summons. We're going to bring in Orion. It's okay. We got Orion. Alright, quit hitting me! Oh my gosh. Alright, let's summon Orion right now because we already lost 2 troops. And then I'm going to try to summon them again to make sure I win. And we got this. Their team right now, like, except for skulls. I think that's what they're killing us with. I was worried about that Stargazer. Stupid skulls. We got Orion, or we need to get this guy so we can summon again to make sure we win. But he only uses green. Oh, she's gonna hit him hard. Oh, luckily she didn't. Oh, there's skulls in 2 different spots. 428. So I'm gonna fire him right now. We'll get rid of her. Oh, good job. She's almost dead. Alright. Orion blocks the other one. If you needed to summon twice, it's kind of hard. Ah! Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete. Still win, though. We still win, that's all that matters. You could have 1 HP left and 1 troop left, and it would be the same thing as having all the troops left. Like, doesn't matter, really. But, just means it shows how hard it is, I guess. The more troops you lose. We got 2 more fights here. Alright, let's read the chat, and then we'll go from there. You actually went back to grinding Explore this week looking for 3 purple deeds. You got them last night. Leaderboard was too high for me to chase last week. Lipstick and nipples. I'm JK Jets. Do you like your jest? Your typo. Your cat got attacked by another big red one. Got injured at his jaw and eye. He's doing good now. It seems like cats are better at, like, defensive fighting. Like, they can get away from another cat. Like, the dog, like, grabbed my dog and was not gonna let go. Like, this dog was gonna kill my dog. Like, I literally think I saved my dog's life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe she could have eventually done something, but he got hurt almost to the point of having to go to the... Like, I probably should have took him to the vet. And he did go to the vet. He did go to the vet eventually, but I didn't take him right away because he was, you know, I don't know. I probably should have. I feel bad for not doing it, but he's fine. He's fine. I usually know. I have like a good radar for that kind of thing. Like if somebody's hurt, I can tell if they need to go to the doctor or not, or like the hospital or not. Even though I'm not a doctor, but you know, he got shooken up and a chunk bitten out of him, but he wasn't like, he was okay. It was like borderline for sure. But he did end up going to the vet like a week or 2 later. And he was fine. No broken bones or anything. Just had a chunk out of his booty. He still got a scar there where his fur doesn't grow all the way. What was I saying though? Yeah, like cats. I feel like a cat can get away from another cat kinda. But yeah, they do fight, definitely. I hear them fighting all the time, like rah, rah, rah. And like a cat versus a raccoon or something, that'd be crazy. Or something like if a dog gets another dog and like bites down on it, starts shaking it and stuff, like they feel like they never want to let go, and it's like almost to the death sometimes. Unless somebody does something. So many rants up from my old place, yeah. Been actually pretty decent around here now. It's like the neighbor kids, like, they kind of know that I don't like it now, and instead of being like in the old neighborhood, they wouldn't care. They'd probably do it more just because of that. I think they're realizing, like, just don't go in this very small area, and we can do whatever we want. Like, I don't care. Go snort a line off the electric box for all I care, but don't don't do it around my stuff. Daniel says, how did the other dog owner react? They were horrible people that lived in that place that I used to live in, and yeah, I don't even remember them saying sorry, but we definitely were yelling at them and stuff. We were hot. We were screaming. They're just like, oh, you know what they did? I'm pretty sure they just beat their dog. Like, I didn't see it with my own eyes, or I would have been pissed. Even though that dog attacked my dog. But they mistreated that dog. That's why it ran out and did that, most likely. So I wasn't, like, super pissed at their dog, because I know how crappy those people were, and how they probably mistreated that dog, and he's just a big, derpy, like... I don't feel like he was a mean dog. He was just big and stupid. And, like, I don't know. I feel like they were beating him. I feel like that's what happened from that. The dog got beat by those people, most likely, which sucks. They tried to leave the dog when they moved out. When they moved out, they tried to leave. They let him out on purpose. They tried to let him run away. Which they know that he attacks other dogs and stuff like that, and they just let him out. When it was like a day or two before they got evicted, right? So these people next to me got evicted, and then they had like 2 days left to leave, and I saw them on purpose like let the dog out of the house, and they were just gonna leave it because they couldn't bring it to their next place. And he was just jogging around like outside for hours. And then, like, I think I feel like they ended up getting them and doing something with them, because I don't really know what happened, but anyway. Like, I can't remember if I called animal control or, I don't know, because it was hard to tell what they were doing. Like, did he get out by accident? But to me, it felt like they were trying to, like, these people sucked. So I feel like they were trying to let him run away before they left, and I even think that Mrs. Henny talked to, and that's what they said. Like, they couldn't bring him to their next place, and they had to move in with somebody because they got evicted, so they couldn't bring their dog, and that I was right. Because I was like texting her, like, hey, I think they just let their dog out on purpose. They only got a day or two left, and they're just letting them run away or something. Like, what should I do? Well, she's like, you don't know that for sure. I'm like, you're right, I don't know that for sure. Like, I don't know. But then eventually, like, I just didn't see it anymore, so I don't know. I think they had to end up getting it for all. I don't know, though. Or somebody else took them or something. I don't know. But yeah, they sucked. The other neighbor was the ones that I really didn't like because they're a little kid. That sucked, though. I had, like, this really annoying kid on the one side, and then I had the people with the giant dog on the other side. And then further down was like little kids that would get into your car, like open your doors and dig through your change thing. And then the other way, there was kids that would use your car as a soccer goal, and if they hit your car with the ball, then they score a goal. And they would stand between two cars in a parking lot. You know, there'd be like a car, empty spot, empty spot, empty spot, a car, and they would play in the parking spots, and like if they hit your car, they score a goal. They would have a goalie there, but the goalie was 8 or 7 years old and would miss a lot, and you would get your car dented on the side by soccer balls. Yeah, that place was way worse than this place, which is the whole point of moving and whatnot. I'm glad it's not as bad, but it is kind of crazy. I move into probably the most rambunctious people is who I'm, my direct neighbor, of course. Yeah, those people should not own dogs. Yeah, they suck. It's never the dog's fault. That's how I felt. Like, I wasn't even super pissed at that dog. I was more mad at the people. Yeah! Behind the woodshed. You meet Jesus at the woodshed? Alright, y'all. I mean, I would keep going, but I just don't feel like, you know what I mean? I'll do one more epic trial. Maybe somebody give me a piece of gum. If you do, I'll do the last one. Somebody gives me a piece of gum during this epic trial, I'll do the last epic trial. Alright, let's see. Let's get up Artema or Herdmaster, most likely. So I'd say yellow, brown, purple. Got some yellow. Yellow. We got an extra turn on brown. Got extra turn on green. I'm trying, y'all. I posted every day I was supposed to again. I streamed every day I was supposed to again. I'm willing to stream longer today. I'm streaming tomorrow. I should have did more extra videos, though. I did slack on that a little. I don't even know if I did extra videos this month. Get some skulls here. Because that's what, I mean, I could get off stream right now and try to put out a couple extra videos. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Could go try to do something. Let's just hit a row with some skulls in it, I guess. I should have looked for more board control, though. Got this. Let's do this. Why not? A shiny penny. I'll do another fight after this for one shiny penny. Let's do Artema. If we got it, we do it. We can look for a spot to maybe make something happen. There really isn't much. So I'll just take out a bunch of skulls, because I think that is the strat, now that I play a second fight. The Stargazer is going to be giving a bunch of attack to something on the other team. Unfortunately, as you kill stuff, you know, the thing with the a bunch of attack is going to come up at some point. So what you want to do with Artema is get rid of skulls. As many skulls as you can. It's probably why she died so early last time, because I forgot about that. Yellow extra turn. Okay, let's do Herdmaster. Alright. We got Orion. We're going to hold it. In case. He's like all he does pretty much is summon Orion. I mean, he can give us a little bit of life, but I'd rather hold him. Alright, let's just get rid of skulls. I do not want to be getting hit by skulls after Stargazer gets cast on something, right? Get up, we want purple, yellow, brown. Got some purple. Got some yellow too. Got purple up here. Let's go purple into purple. I guess we didn't need all that, but it is what it is. We got Herdmaster. Maybe it'll hit that Enrage gem and enrage our first slot. Nope. Alright, let's take this. There is skulls in 2 different spots. We can get purple and skulls. Okay, good. They didn't take them. Let's do skulls again. I think our Bull Zerker guy can kill that first slot, so we don't have to waste something else. But we can take skulls. It's even better. Oh, see? Bang. Out of here. Alright, let's do this as soon as possible. It's like that. The Stargazer is the main thing. Screwing me up. Hitting me hard. Alright, we want to Hunter's Mark. That way we can hit with skulls. That's what Orion can do here. Now if we get skulls, we hit harder with skulls. Guess we'll go ahead and do the Bull Zerker. Got this. This is Epic Trials. We're at the end of the stream. I'm just doing something for fun right now. I mean, some people might need this too. And you can always look back on my streams. If you weren't aware, every Monday I do Underspire, usually some sort of epic trials. Like on Tuesday I do the faction event. If you ever need anything, I know it's like you probably can't search it, but once you get used to the channel, you'll figure out like where to look for stuff. Like epic trials isn't in the title, but I try to put Divinion Fields in the title at least. Like it's got at least Divinion, I think. So if you typed in Divinion Fields Epic Trials on my channel, like Gems of War, Cynical, Divinion Fields Epic Trials, like I think this stream would come up. And then you could find it. It's usually at the end. You need Epic Trial. And then I've probably done it on another video where I actually maybe put Epic Trials in the title too. But the more we have like the same kingdoms, the more I do it, and then easier it is to find, I think. There's several streams and videos about it. Oh boy! What? Did she dodge or something? Alright, she's dead now. One more. Alright, we can summon. I think we got this. $55. Let's get a Berserker. He's really close. Hey, we win again. Alright, the hardest epic trials. Nobody wants to see it? That's okay, I don't mind. It's alright. Appreciate it, though. Appreciate you, Anita. Appreciate it, Sana. Thank you guys for all the good stuff on the chatathon. Let's look at the month right now. I wonder if the chatathon's on the month. I usually have to wait. Yeah, dang. So in the next, like today and tomorrow, it's the last 2 days. I needed like 40, and we got 10 today. That's like how, that's all, you know? Just letting you know exactly. I pretty much needed 40 in these last 2 days, and we got 10 today, which 30% goes to YouTube, so really we got like 7 today. So we're still down like 33. With 1 day left to get our bare minimum, right? Not to celebrate good times, oh yeah, and shoot fireworks, but to like keep going and get our bare minimum type stuff. But it is what it is. We got another day tomorrow. Everybody's gonna come out tomorrow for the last day, right? Hail Mary, full of grace. When's the next vault? It is the weekend of the 24th of October. Alright. We'll see ya. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel down below. And I'll see y'all next time, which will be tomorrow for the last stream of the month. Faction event, Pure Faction 500, Deathless 500, 3 teams, high, mid, and low. And once again, I could stream a little bit if you want, but I feel like it's not, doesn't help, you know? If I go 3 more hours, it's going to be the same result as if I stop right now. That's just how I feel anyway. I don't know if it's true or not. That's how I feel. If I stop the stream right now, there's going to be no different to if I stream for another 3 hours. Like, it'd be the same result. So why? I might as well stop right now, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. That's just how it feels. So anyway, I'll see y'all. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thanks for joining me today. Anita, Sana, Yoke the Ham, Daniel, Lucas. We got Daniel. We got Yoke. We got Jets in the house. MJK, Jets, Tyrion Shark, Sana, Yoke the Ham, Mr. Z. Odd one out, Anita, Mr. Z, Tyrion Shark. Murda Serta was here. Shout out to Pandas. Mr. Z, Tyrion, Anita. JM Ricks was here. Hello. If I didn't say hi. Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Appreciate you. Beg for Mercy was here. got Tyrion. We got Sana. We got Mr. Z. Sana with the 30 months. Let's go. It's almost 3 years there. Or 2.5 years, right? It's 2.5. And the gifted. Appreciate it. Funky Town, Texas was here. Daniel here. Tyrion here. Thank you for the tent poles, everybody. You know? Gotta have those tent poles too, so everything helps. Sana was first as far as YouTube is concerned with 200 experience. Tyrion Shark was second with 150 experience. And there was a tie for third between Odd One Out, Anita, and Yoke the Ham for third there. Special shout out to Anita and Sana. It was a ladies' night, a girl talk kind of day. No boys allowed. Playgirls for everybody. There's a playgirl for you, Anita. A playgirl for you, MJK Jets. A playgirl for you, Odd One Out. A playgirl for you, Sana. A playgirl for me. A playgirl for Daniel, Yoke, Tyrion. Playgirls for everybody. Alright, I'll see ya. Have a good one. You're the best. Hey, Crimson got the one? Got the gifted? Nice. He came to a stream recently. But I'll see y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. Hope I was able to help today. That's the goal.